Buckle up, everyone, because today we are diving deep into the world of malware.
Specifically,
Yeah.
SmokeLoader.
SmokeLoader.
We're looking at some fascinating new developments with this notorious malware.
And you know, when we say notorious, I mean,
Oh, yeah,
this thing's been around
it has.
for a while.
Yeah, it's been causing trouble for quite some time.
And this time,
It's back in Taiwan.
Taiwan specifically.
Businesses in Taiwan are being targeted across multiple sectors.
And it's not like they're just going after one type of company either.
Nope. They're
No.
manufacturing healthcare
It's everywhere.
all over the place.
So even if you're not in Taiwan,
This deep dive is still super relevant
absolutely.
because it shows how malware can adapt and evolve.
Which means you got to stay vigilant no matter where you are.
Exactly.
So for starters,
What is SmokeLoader?
yeah, give us the lowdown.
So SmokeLoader is what we call a malware downloader.
Okay.
Think of it as a delivery truck for all sorts of nasty stuff,
So it's not the final payload.
right? It's more like
It's the vehicle.
it's the vehicle
Okay.
that brings in the bad stuff.
Gotcha.
And what makes it so notorious?
Yeah, why is everyone so worried about this thing?
Well, it's incredibly adaptable.
Like, how adaptable are we talking?
It can change its form.
Oh, wow.
Evade detection.
Sneaky.
Very sneaky.
Jeez.
And it uses these advanced techniques that just make it a real headache to deal with.
And that's why it's been such a persistent threat for so long.
Exactly.
So let's talk about how these attackers are getting in.
Yeah.
Because I was reading the sources for this deep dive.
Uh-huh.
And it seems like they're using phishing emails disguised as business quotations.
Very common tactic.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
You see that email, you think, oh, it's just a quote.
I got to open this.
I got to respond to this. I got to do business.
Right, exactly.
That it's a trap.
And the thing is,
Yeah.
they're exploiting vulnerabilities in Microsoft Office.
Ah, yes, those pesky vulnerabilities.
So tell me a little bit about how these vulnerabilities actually work. Like, what are we talking about here?
Okay, so basically,
I mean, I know we have some techie folks in the audience,
right.
but let's break it down.
Okay, so there are these things called CVEs,
CVE.
common vulnerabilities and exposures.
Right.
And they basically identify security weaknesses in software.
Okay.
So in this case, the attackers are exploiting two specific CVEs.
Okay. Hit me with them.
All right, so we have CVE 2017-11882.
That's a mouthful.
It is.
Okay, so what does that one do?
Well, this one allows for remote code execution.
Oh, that sounds bad.
It is, because it means
Someone can just take over your computer.
essentially, yes, through the equation editor.
Equation editor.
Yeah, it's a bit technical, but basically it lets them sneak in malicious code.
I'm getting flashbacks to high school math class.
We've all been there.
Not a good time.
Not a good time.
So, okay, what's the other CVE?
Right, so the second one is CVE 2017-0199.
Another long one.
Yeah, these names aren't very catchy, are they?
No, they're not.
But this one leverages malicious embedded links in documents.
Okay, so I click a link and boom.
Pretty much, yeah. It can trigger the download of malware without you even realizing it.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Very sneaky.
And you know what's interesting is that these phishing emails,
Yeah, what about them?
they tried to use native language and phrases to look all legitimate.
They were trying to blend in,
Yeah.
sound like a real Taiwanese business.
But here's the thing.
What's that?
They sent the same email to multiple recipients.
Really?
Yeah. And?
Didn't even change the recipient's name?
Nope. Like, come on, guys.
You'd think they'd put in a little more effort,
Right.
especially with all their technical skills.
Ex
Little attention to detail wouldn't hurt.
and there were some visual inconsistencies, too.
Oh, like what?
Like different font and colors for the phone number and the sign-off.
Oh, interesting.
Almost like they were copy-pasting.
Could be a sign of rushing.
Maybe they got lazy.
Or maybe they just wanted to get it out there quickly.
Who knows? But regardless, it's sloppy.
It is.
But let's move on to the attack chain itself,
Okay.
because I really want to understand
Yeah.
how this whole thing works step by step.
All right, so imagine this.
Okay, I'm listening.
It's like a series of locked doors.
Ooh, intrigue.
Yeah, and each layer of the malware
Uh-huh.
acts like a key unlocking the next door.
Okay, so we got to get through all these doors
Exactly.
to reach the final destination.
Until SmokeLoader reaches its final objective.
All right, so let's break down these locked doors.
Okay.
What's the first step?
The first key is what's called shellcode.
Shellcode.
It's basically a set of malicious instructions
Okay.
hidden within the document.
So it's like a secret code.
Exactly.
And what does it do?
Well, once the document is opened
Mm-hmm.
and the vulnerability is exploited, this shellcode is activated
Okay.
and it downloads a file.
Another file.
Yeah, this one's packed with encoded code.
So it's like a secret message within a secret message.
Exactly. It's all about obfuscation.
Making it hard to detect.
So if I...
Okay, so we've downloaded this encoded file.
Right.
What happens next?
So this file,
Yeah.
when decoded, acts as the second key,
Okay.
unlocking the next door.
And behind that door is?
Another program called AND-A-Loader.
AND-A-Loader.
Yes.
We have SmokeLoader.
Yes.
And now we have AND-A-Loader.
I know, right? Lots of loaders going on here.
Why all these layers?
Well, it's all about making it harder for security software to spot the threat.
Ah, so it's like a disguise.
Exactly. It's like wearing a mask over a mask.
Very sneaky.
Very sneaky indeed.
So AND-A-Loader is the final key.
It is.
That delivers SmokeLoader onto the system.
Yep, that's the final destination.
All right, so we've reached SmokeLoader.
We have.
But you mentioned earlier that it's got some new tricks up its sleeve.
I did.
So what are we dealing with here?
Well, instead of directly downloading its final objective, SmokeLoader now pulls in plugins from its command and control server.
Wait, hold on. Plugins?
Yep, you heard that right.
So even if I'm careful about what I download, this thing can still cause havoc just by being on my computer.
That's the scary part.
Oh, no.
Because these plugins each have a specific purpose.
Like what?
Well, they're designed to target your credentials.
Credentials.
Your usernames and passwords.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they go after the stuff stored in your browsers.
Oh, okay.
Email clients, even file transfer programs.
So basically anything that might give them access to my accounts.
And your valuable information.
This is bad.
It's not good.
So you mentioned that SmokeLoader's been around for a while.
It has.
If it's so well known, why are these attacks still successful?
That's a great question.
I mean, you'd think we'd have figured out how to stop it by now.
You'd think so, right? But you see, the developers of SmokeLoader, they're very persistent.
So they're always updating it.
Always adapting their techniques.
So it's like a constant cat and mouse game.
It really is.
So what can we learn from all of this?
That's the big question, isn't it?
I mean, it seems like even with security measures in place, these attackers are finding ways to slip through.
They are. It's a constant arms race.
So what can we do?
Well,
give me some hope here.
This deep dive highlights just how important cybersecurity awareness is.
Okay.
We can't just rely on technology to protect us.
So what do you say?
We need to be proactive.
How?
Learn to recognize phishing emails.
Okay.
Be cautious about opening attachments.
Don't just click on everything.
Exactly.
Got it.
And stay informed about the latest threats.
So knowledge is power.
You got it.
It really makes you think.
It does.
About how we can stay ahead of these evolving threats.
Right, because it's not a one-time fix.
Right.
It's an ongoing process.
So what steps can individuals and organizations take to protect themselves?
That's a question worth pondering.
Yeah, because it feels like a constant cat and mouse game.
It is.
And the mice are getting smarter.
They are. They're constantly learning and adapting.
Well, we'll leave you with that thought-provoking question.
Yeah. Stay vigilant out there, everyone.
And stay safe.
Absolutely.
Until next time.
See you then.
Bye.